rebirth of spring, we remember him. At the blueness of the skies and in the warmth of summer, at the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember him. At the rising of the sun and at its setting, we remember him. As long as we live, he too will live, for he is now a part of us, and we remember him. I want to go back to how long I've known Dale, and I'm going to show you some pictures. I first met Dale in 1972. We played clarinet in the high school band at Northeast High School in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And we sat behind one another. And those of you that know Dale well know that he was a great, funny guy, and people just took to him. And he had a lot of friends in the band. And so I began to get to know him that way. And then I met my first husband through Dale. His family and Dale's family were very, very close. Their moms were best friends. And so we spent Christmases together and holidays together through the years of high school and beyond. I'd just like to start a little slideshow here to show you a little bit about Dale. This is a picture taken when he was 18 years old. And this was his 18th birthday party. I found some of these and going through a lot of his yearbooks and things that I was able to find. This is a picture of him opening presents on his 18th birthday. And believe it or not, that's me in the background with my first husband, my daughter's father. And we had a lot of good times back then together. He was a lot of fun even at that age, as you can see, always smiling, always joyful, always reaching out to help others around him. And this was his actual graduation picture from Northeast High School, 1973. This was my first wedding, and wouldn't you know, I found this picture of Dale throwing rice at me. Of all the people that could have been in that picture, it was Dale. Dale was an usher in my wedding. And so I love the pink ruffled shirt. That kind of goes back to the 70s, as you all know. And the curly hair. Don't you just love the curly hair? Just always smiling. And here it is when we were toasting. This is a picture of a friend of his, actually girlfriend, when he lived in Orlando. So when he lived in Orlando, he worked for Disney for, I believe, 20 or 21 years as a maintenance tech there. And I love this picture of him because I would say he was probably in his 30s at this time. And this is the two of them riding the Incredible Hulk at Universal Studios. And I don't think there's a better picture of happiness than the look on his face in this picture. He loved Disney. He loved sharing joy with the people at Disney. And really was in a great place, I think, where he was very happy. So to tell you a little bit about my story with Dale, after high school, we stayed in touch with no emails back then, but we would send Christmas cards to one another, and I would send him pictures of my children. And my daughter Christina is here, and my son Rick is in the back row there. And I lost touch with Dale after that. Our lives got busy and went in different directions. And in 2007, I got a call from Dale. Well, I got a voicemail. I came home from work and there was a voicemail on my phone. And it said simply, "Hi, this is Dale. There's a high school band reunion. I think you'd like to go. Give me a call." And it had been probably 20 years since I'd heard from Dale, so my first thought was, Dale who? You know, and then I thought, well, if it's a high school band reunion, it has to be Dale Ogden. And so I picked up the phone and I called him back. And the band reunion was 4 days away, and he said, you have to fly to Fort Lauderdale and or to Orlando where he lived, and we'll drive down. And so on a whim and a prayer, I kind of decided to go. I met up with Dale. Come on in. I met up at jail and about 6 other high school band friends. We all piled in 2 cars and drove from Orlando to Fort Lauderdale, where we reunited with high school friends we hadn't seen in decades. And we had such a wonderful time. And before I came back home, I thanked him for having invited me. And I said, you should come to North Carolina sometime. It's beautiful, you'd love it. And he said, I might just do that, I need to change.